Now, of course, Microsoft's Copilot AI is already built into Microsoft Word. And if you're looking for some advice on whether you should use Claude in Word or Microsoft's own Copilot, I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this video, because I know most people just want to start by diving in and getting Claude set up. So to start, you will need a paid Claude subscription, either Claude Pro, Max, or one of the enterprise subscriptions. Now, another very powerful thing that Claude can do is work across different Microsoft applications. Claude can see and pass information between Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. So first, go into any of those other applications. I'll go into Excel. And make sure you've installed the Claude add-in like we saw earlier. Then in the Claude panel, go to Settings, and there's an option to allow Claude to work across files. For teams and enterprise groups, your administrator will need to enable that. So check and make sure that this is enabled in each application, and then a menu will appear in the Claude panel showing all of the documents that are open in the other applications. So Claude in Excel can see that I have the employee manual open in Word. So here in Excel, I can open a spreadsheet. And this is that same spreadsheet that has the revised structure for vacation time in my company. And with this open in Excel, I can select some cells to focus down on specific relevant data. Then in the Claude panel, I could tell it to make a summary graph of this information and add it to a new Word document. Or I could tell it to add it to the PTO section of the employee manual, which I already have open in Word in another window. I can see Claude working in Excel, then it will hand the task over to the relevant document in Word, and I can switch over to see the progress there. In this case, Claude wants to make changes to the document, so I'll have to grant permission if I want to allow that. And now we have that summary graph generated from data in Excel added to the Word document. And this works in the other direction as well. You can start in Word and ask it to pull information from a spreadsheet that you have open in Excel. So there are some nice reasons to use Claude in Word rather than using Copilot.